So welcome to the show, everyone. As you all know, I love doing my show and having all sorts of different people on. My next guest is never been on my show before. His name is David Skipton, and he is the owner of Skipton Claims Management. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You need to pull that mic on really loud for me over here. So go ahead and bring it closer to you. Will you please tell everybody a little bit about yourself? And today is a great day for you to be on for what's going on. We also had a little bit of a monsoon the other day. So let's talk a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, well, my company represents consumers in the insurance claims process. If you own a home or a business and you have any kind of damage at all, chances are you're going to file an insurance claim. And my firm, we've been representing consumers for the last 25 years to assure that they get fair settlements on claims.
Well, I had told you before you came on, we had spoken a while back where I had lost my house in that Northridge earthquake. And if I only knew that I could call my own adjuster, boy, would have I been much happier.
Well, you probably would have been. Of course, not all insurance adjusters are created equal,
No.
and there are some that are better than others.
Okay,
so
but how long have you been doing it?
25 years.
25 years. You also wrote a book, and I want you to talk a little bit about it. I have the book. It's called The Claims Game. I'm going to not read the whole thing, but let's talk a little bit about it, why you wrote it, and we're going to be giving them away to everybody. Go ahead.
Well, as I dealt daily with consumers, they'd call me up almost weekly. I'd have someone come in with a claim that was in a total disarray.
You're in a total disarray, believe me.
And yeah, they made such a mess out of it, and a lot of it was because they relied so much on the insurance company and this promise that, oh, don't worry about it, we'll take care of you. And then they get down to the final hour and they find they don't have enough money, the claim isn't documented properly, they're halfway through construction, all of the evidence is destroyed now, and they wanted me to come in and try and fix it. And I thought to myself, gee, if people only understood what I know about the insurance claims business and how it's changed over the years, they would do more things to protect themselves.
Well, actually it says The Claims Game. It's the tricks and deceptive tactics insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim. So the claims that we're speaking of, okay, let's talk about them. I mean, we know that obviously flood, right? Fire. What else?
Fire, hailstorms, windstorm. We just had a huge monsoon storm last night. It's my understanding they blew some roofs off. We handle all those types of claims, and even theft losses, vandalism losses, things like that. And we try and represent the insured and document the claim up properly.
And make sure we get what owed us.
That's correct.
What we should be getting.
And that's one of the reasons that I wrote the book was I thought to myself, if people only knew what I know about the insurance business and how it's changed over the years. See, I started off working for the insurance industry, and over the years I've seen this terrible change to the way they handle claims. And the adjuster that comes out to your house nowadays, chances are very good that he has no authority to settle your claim at all. All the decisions are made by a desk adjuster in some other state that he's got to answer to, and somebody who's never been to your house and never seen your claim is going to make decisions on how much you recover on your claim.
It's totally unfair. Now, you've been doing this for 25 years. You're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Your website is Skipton, and I'm going to spell it for everybody. It's Skipton, Inc.com. Your phone number direct. Do you do consultations with people?
Absolutely.
So you does free consultations with everyone, and if you were in everybody's got an issue that happens with their house. Something happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
So 602-957-8800, and he's got at least 10 of them. I know that he's given away of these books, and so we have our lines open here. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. It's called The Claims Game: The Tricks and Deceptive Tactics insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim. 602-277-5369. Okay, so basically, the insurance, they have changed quite a bit. Did you want to go into anything more about that before we go on?
Well, it's a long history, but really the change in the industry started in the early 1990s when Sears decided to divest themselves from Allstate. They hired McKinsey and Company, which is an international consulting firm, to make recommendations how to make Allstate more profitable. And after a year going through the Allstate company, looking at every department to see if they could make it more profitable or lower the expenses, they wound up making recommendations, and they basically said the claims expenses are the largest expenditure on the P&L statement. So if you pay less on claims, the company makes more money.
Right.
And they actually had a phrase for it. They said insurance is a zero-sum game, meaning if Allstate's to win, everybody else has to lose. And those are recommendations not from me, but from the McKinsey group that came out through some litigations. And all the other insurance companies have picked up on the same mantra, and now just about every insurance company is handling claims like a profit center.
Can you help anyone in the state or valley-wide, or how does it work with you?
Well, each adjuster is licensed by the departments of insurance in their individual states. My company and myself, I'm licensed in 25 states, and I travel all over the country handling claims. My business primarily commercial, but my company handles residential losses as well.
And he wants you to know the tricks and the deceptive tactics these insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim. And that's the book is called The Claims Game. You wrote it to help everybody understand and to help you make some conscious decisions of being prepared. God forbid something happens. Kind of talk a little bit about what the book talks about a little bit before, because I was able to flip through it, but I wasn't able to read it yet because I just got it.
Well, it's got various scenarios of some of the things that we see happen constantly within the claims business, where they're constantly taking wrongful positions and trying to use that to limit how much they pay an insured on the loss, like sometimes not paying contractors overhead and profit, and or using the wrong database for calculating the value of the damage and stuff. But one of the things that I did in the back of the book, because this is not a sales tool for public adjusters, this is a consumer book.
Right.
And so I put some addendums in the back of the book that talks about some of the things you need to do if you have a loss and you have nobody to look to. This book gives you a whole list of things you should do to help protect yourself.
I'll tell you something, if you're a homeowner, right, or if you want something that property, you need to have this book. And he's got at least 10 of them he's given away to everyone. We're starting to get our calls. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Everyone, we're going to give everyone this book, okay? 602-277-5369. It's The Claims Game, and it's the tricks and deceptive tactics insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim. And again, very informational for you, especially if something happens. You can look in this book, and it'll be a reference for what you should do. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So,
go ahead. I even went into, if you do decide you need to hire a public adjuster, what sort of questions to ask a public adjuster to make sure you're hiring the right guy.
Here's the thing is everybody doesn't realize that they can even do that. That's the whole thing. You have an insurance company, right? So you call your insurance immediately. I've just been through an earthquake and I lost my house. And, you call your insurance company, and the insurance company starts talking, and you're saying, okay, and you're writing the notes. And then they say, we'll send you over an adjuster.
Well, in Arizona, we don't.
I hated my adjuster.
We don't have that many claims here, but if you live in Florida or New York, everybody's got their public adjuster on speed dial.
Right.
So.
In LA too, believe me. But still, not just that. Also, because there's a lot of people though here. Obviously, we have a lot of wind damage. Your cars get. What about for the monsoons and their cars get damaged? What other things too? For floods all the time.
Yeah,
something happens. Pipes bust.
Yeah, we have a lot of water damage.
Right.
Lots of, and there are fire losses constantly. Christmas time, December, January, with extension cords and with space heaters and stuff. There's constantly fires going on.
This is a book that everybody should have in their hands, in their home, right by their, in their kitchen. Right? Okay, you could check him out. It's Skipton, Skipton, Inc., skipton.com. His phone number direct, he does free consultations, is 602-957-8800. We've got everyone being able to call in and get one of these books for you to have on file. And our number here is 602-277-5369.
Way to fit it in there.
How'd you like that?
I like
So I
it.
want you to know you started to get some calls, and the reason why I said that is so that you knew that that was happening.
Uh-huh.
So because my other guests that have been on before, they don't care either way, you know what I mean? So if for you, I want you to know we're all getting some action,
Oh, good.
okay? You got to remember it's the first time that you're on, so they're listening to you too. Are you enjoying it? Have
Yeah.
you gotten to so far? So,
Yeah, now I'm running out of material.
hold on. No, what?
Oh,
You
you
just
never
said,
run
what
out.
did you just say?
I'm running out of material.
Stop that. That is not
You'll
true.
never run out.
Yeah, no, I could talk forever on this.
Okay, so, yeah, don't start that.
I just got a health claim paid from 2013.
So,
People didn't
hold
know
on a
that.
minute. Will this book train me to adjust my own claims?
No,
Do
no,
we need
but
to
it'll
get-
help you. It's designed to help you identify when you're being treated unfairly. If
Okay.
you don't understand how the game is played, you don't know whether you're being treated fairly. So this is kind of designed to
I think-
empower consumers to understand the claim process.
I think that these last two, maybe some that we get to or not, I'm not worried about those. I want to talk about the book,
Okay.
okay? Because you want them to have the book. Then
Yes.
once they have the book, you have
Keep it
them,
next
you
to
have
your
their phone
insurance
number.
policy.
Right. There you go. Here you go, mister. So I'm telling you now, you could have your own radio show. It would be so much fun to open it up to the audience at some point and maybe even have somebody call in with an issue.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what I mean by that. I'm not going to do that to you now, okay? Because I don't want to make you nervous. More nervous than you already are. You're fine. I think you're doing a good job, don't you think?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, here's a good part.
What if the experts wrong? Okay, right. Okay, I gotcha. I think I saw that here, that I meant here. Right, I got it. We'll try and get to that, but right now, that's will be our topic of the book, okay?
Okay.
I'll play it up. I'll play it up. That's
You've
my
done this
job.
before.
This is gonna be really good too for your Saturday replay too, okay? Really good.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited about all of it. Here we go. So welcome back, everyone. We're talking with David Skipton. He's the owner of Skipton's Claims Management. And like I said before, I mean, I've been doing this show a long time, so I think I've mentioned it before that I've been in this situation. And believe me, when I was scared to death. I didn't know what to do, but if I knew I could call my own public adjuster, I think I'd be thrilled to have been able to at least have that opportunity. You know, besides just listening to my insurance company, right? Because believe me, I would have gotten a lot more.
Well, that's the reason why we exist is, you know, and I would walk away from a claim if I couldn't add value to the person's you know,
Right.
recovery.
And
So-
believe me, I'm going to tell you another thing too. It isn't about just getting more money, really. You have lost everything. You do have rights to have that. If you're doing something that is honest, that's also very important too, because you know you're not doing this like I want to make money and you know say something. It's because something bad happened to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of why I wrote the book. Was I wanted people to understand some of the important things that they need to do to protect themselves during the processing of a claim, because there's just so many different possible ways to make mistakes on it. And they get a lot of advice from different people about, should I hire a public adjuster? Shouldn't I hire one? Oh, they're
And
evil.
not all adjusters are the same. You can have 2 or 3 come in and they'll give you a different opinion, right?
Yeah, and you know, you get agents, you get adjusters from the insurance company saying, don't worry, we're going to pay
Right.
you everything,
No.
trust me.
Now here's another thing, okay, that we've got our lines open here, and I believe that everyone should, who owns anything, you know, that you want protected, should be definitely have this book. You should have it, like he said, by your insurance information in your kitchen. The name of the book is The Claims Game. The tricks and deceptive tactics that insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim. He's been doing this for 25 years, and he wants you to understand what your rights are. He also wants you to understand how to deal with a claim if you have one, as well as what else?
Steps to protect yourself, and then if things go wrong, resource to go to.
And
help
also
make it
how to
better.
even talk to a claims adjuster.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, if you're dealing with a public adjuster, you decide that you want to hire a public adjuster.
And I would.
I've got an addendum in the back of the book that tells you what sorts of questions to ask to make sure you hire somebody that's reputable and that's knowledgeable of what you're doing. And it starts with asking for a copy of their resume. Find out what their education experience is. After all, they're applying for a job.
It's a reference guide for you to, it's sort of like something that you should have that gives you that extra protection.
That's
Right?
correct.
So again, this book is giving them to everyone. He's got at least 10 of them he's going to give away. And I'm going to let you call throughout the rest of the show for it. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I believe everyone should have a copy of this book. Again, you can check him out on his website. It's Skipton, Skipton, Inc.com. You can also call him. He does free consultations with everyone. We just had a monsoon, so just in case you had any problems or any kind of wind issues or your roof leaked, you can give him a call at 602-957-8800. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Keep on calling. Everyone should have this book. Okay, so let's go back into something else that I wanted to ask you. Okay, so we were saying something about learning something out of the book, and you had said, what if, you know, you have a whole subject here of what if the expert is wrong? What if they're wrong?
Well, unfortunately, that's usually the case.
They are wrong.
Yeah, they're hired by the insurance company, and they don't tell them, hey, we want you to give this opinion. They know what they're asked to do, and you get a lot of biased opinions from these various experts that are brought in by the insurance company to support their version of the claim, and usually it's to push you down or to deny your claim altogether. We just settled a claim in Dallas, Texas that was a hailstorm to a commercial apartment complex roof, and they had denied the claim, and we brought them back out there after we signed a contract with them, and they still told us, no, there's no damage to this. We insisted they bring the supervisor out. Supervisor came out. We got them nearly $1.6 million on a claim that their experts had said there was no damage. You know?
And we have those hailstorms here. Do we have that hail? Was it last year or the year before? Everybody's cars got messed up.
That's right.
And so that includes your cars and all sorts of things, right?
Yeah, we just actually got a claim from the 2013 hailstorm.
Was it 13?
Yeah, in Mesa. And
it was nuts.
My son just settled it last week, and we just got it in about a month and a half ago, and they'd never made claim on the damage. And we called the insurance company out. We looked at it, and he got a very substantial recovery on this apartment complex over there. So.
Everybody should have this book because you need to know your rights. You need to know what they're trying to do to you. That's what's really the truth.
Yes.
Right there. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. This book is not, it's not about getting it. You can't get it on Amazon or anything, can you?
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon.
You can buy it or get it here
Barnes
free.
and Noble, Or you get it here for free.
Get it here for free and call us. And the name of the book is Claims Game, The Claims Game, and it's the tricks and deceptive tactics insurance companies use to underpay or deny your claim, and they all do. 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. They're there to make money. You know, they don't want to be giving all their money away, right?
Well, that's sort of
They find out how to do it.
That's the reason. They've designed all sorts of techniques in order to try and keep the cost of claims down. And, you know, one of that, like I mentioned earlier, is having a desk adjuster or a claims board look at each claim and scrutinize them. I just had one in California. I got a response on this morning. They said, well, the management asked me to make a couple changes to the estimate, and I made the changes, and here's the estimate, right? Now, I don't know what changes they made because I never saw the first one, but I kind of doubt that they revised it up, if I know insurance companies.
Now, I want to make it perfectly clear to everybody. Will this book train someone to adjust their own claim?
No, you can't do
I don't
that.
see how anybody can do that.
It takes years and years of experience and training to do that. What this book is designed to do, though, is to be like a flashing light on those types of conduct that are highly offensive and wrongful, and to let you know it's to empower consumers to understand when they're not being treated fairly so that they can go look for help somewhere.
Call us here and get the book free. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Everyone should have a copy of this book and to be able to find out what your rights are and what to do just in case. Let's say somebody has a loss, okay? What can they do? What shows some of the steps that they should do to protect themselves?
Well, one of the first things that I tell people to do is go down and get a steno pad and write everything down. Everything that you say to the insurance people when you call them in, everything that the adjuster says when he calls you up, all the contractors that come out here, make detailed notes of everything. Your memory is never going to be...
What do you think about video?
You need to go into the house, you need to videotape all of the damages, take photographs. Electronic photos are cheap. All you do is snap away, right? But when all the stuff gets destroyed or somebody breaks in at night and steals it, you got to have proof that you had the stuff, and that's...
So do you think that everybody should, before, let's say they're getting married and they've just bought a new house or whatever, and do you think that people should literally have a list of everything that they have that's of value already? I don't just mean jewelry. I mean like everything. Because believe me, when the earthquake hit, China was going, TVs were flying out, and everything was worth value. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You know, it's a great idea to go through, videotape and photograph every room of your house, all the stuff, and then put it in a safe deposit box somewhere off the property, because if the house burns up, chances are you're going to lose your photographs too.
Right. You got to make sure you put it
yeah,
somewhere
make a
safe.
couple copies, give a copy to relative or something, and get a copy of theirs and put it at your house so that you can protect yourself and you have some sort of record of what you had should the worst thing happen.
So what do you think about tarps or anything like that? Water's coming. We're having a lot of water going to come down soon.
Well,
So
that's
what do you
your
think we
first
should do?
duty under an insurance policy, is to protect the property from further losses. So make sure if there's a hole through the roof, get somebody out there to tarp it up. If the fire department has kicked the doors in or the windows in, you've got to make sure you get somebody out there to board it up so that people can't get access to the property. You got to protect the property, and
So this book will give you all of those different ideas of what you need to do. Not ideas, they are what you need to do.
That's
So
right.
this will really inform you in the best way. We're going to let you keep on calling throughout the rest of the show for the book. It's called The Claims Game, The Tricks and Deceptive Tactics Insurance Companies use to underpay or deny your claim. You can get it at Amazon.com, but get it here and call in, because you can get it free here. 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He has been doing this for 25 years. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. He does free consultations. He can take care of you from anywhere in the state, right?
anyway.
Again, 602-277-5369. If you want to call them direct, that number is 602-957-8800. It's skiptoninc.com. Call in and get the book. When are you coming back?
Hey, I like it.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, it was.
You see?
Yes.
So, basically, sir, that was great. That
We'll
was
have
probably-
to do that again.
Well, I'll tell
You
you
didn't
what.
get the Florida study in there.
I know I didn't. That was a good comment. I wish I
What
had.
was that?
There's
Well,
a study by the Department of Insurance in Florida that they proved that public adjusters get you more on insurance
Four
claims.
and a
Right.
half times
Glad you
more.
could say that, but I gotta tell
Yeah.
you, I wouldn't fix what ain't broke. You did just
Yeah.
fine.
You did great.
And we had nice, we're getting some calls still on that.
Oh,
If
yeah?
you decide, yep, So if you
Good.
decide that you wanna come back, I'll show you
Yes.
where I'm at,
Okay.
that you need to know. And we can talk about this at the break, but I wanna just tell you. If you still wanna deal with rainy season, I don't know,
Yeah.
cause I'm almost sold in August.
Yeah.
You would be looking at.
And actually, I probably need to really look at my calendar. This thing
Sometime
isn't.
in September,
This
we can
thing
talk
isn't
about it at
syncing with my real calendar.
I'm not worried about it,
so.
but anyway, you can think about it maybe even in
What
September.
days are usually good? Let me jot
I
a
have
couple.
Tuesdays, Fridays, but don't worry about it. We
Tuesdays.
can talk
Oh,
about it
okay.
at once
All
we
right.
do your
Yeah,
ad
let's
and
do it
everything. We have
again,
plenty
yeah.
of time.
Oh.
Right now, just hang tight because you're going to do your ads after the show. I got a
Okay.
30-minute one. You can hang tight here,
Okay.
right where you are. You don't have to move because
Oh.
he's calling in.
Oh,
Okay, from
All right.
another state.
Turn my mic off. I'm done.
So do you have fun?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the
it was
first
good.
thing. That's the first part about it is that it's supposed to
Did
be
you
fun
have
for
fun,
you.
Justin?
Yeah.